You ever open your phone to check that one thing, that one notification, and next thing you know, it's 45 minutes later. Instagram, TikTok, DM, scroll, compare, repeat, and then comes that familiar thought that we've all had before. I should just delete social media. But here's the truth that no one will tell you. Deleting social media is not the answer, because the issue isn't that you have social media, it's that social media has you. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how you can take back control of your own brain without disappearing off the grid. Let's get it. GK style. There was a time I couldn't go 10 minutes without checking my phone. I was addicted to my phone. I'd wake up and I'd open Instagram even before brushing my teeth. I'll scroll whilst eating breakfast. I'll go on Instagram Reels during my work breaks. Until one afternoon, I was meant to finish a project. 4 hours went by and I hadn't even typed in a single word. I felt drained, distracted, and if anything, just disgusted with myself. So I did what most people did. I rage deleted all of the apps that were distracting me. Cold turkey, no more apps, freedom, right? And then I got off social media. Roll credits. What actually happened was I barely lasted 24 hours before I reinstalled the same apps again. Back to square one, I guess. And that's when I realized the problem isn't the platforms, the problem is how I use them. And I got to work. Here are the 5 strategies that I, GK Improvement, but you can call me Gagan, personally implemented to rewire my usage of social media. Spoiler alert, the final point is the best point and the most transformative towards my life. Strategy 1, rewire your dopamine. Let's talk dopamine, the chemical behind every scroll, every like, every comment, every notification. Social media floods your brain and gives you quick hits of dopamine, quick hits of pleasure, if you will. Your brain says, this is easy and I like it, let's keep going. But over time, you fry your dopamine receptors. And real life, it just doesn't feel fun anymore. Going out for a walk and touching grass feels miserable. So here's exactly what I did. I took a 24-hour social media detox every single weekend. I replaced the quick hits with slow, earned dopamine, like going to the gym, journaling, reading, touching grass. And after, honestly, even my first dopamine detox, just for one day, 24 hours, I felt so much clarity, so much peace, and so much focus when I got back to my work. If this video is hitting you, hit the like button and try out the 24-hour social media detox challenge. Now that we've weakened the grip, it's time to upgrade what your feed is feeding you. Strategy 2, curate your feed intentionally. You are what you consume. So if your feed is filled with random memes, random brain rot, no wonder why your mental health fucking sucks. Here's exactly what I did. I unfollowed 90% of the accounts that didn't inspire me or motivate me, and unfortunately this included Sophie Rain. I subscribed only to creators that made me better, and also I didn't replace scrolling entirely. Instead, I used a better source of scrolling. For example, the app called Deep Stash, which is more of like an educational doom scroll in a way. And now when I scroll, I learn, I grow, and I smile with it. Alright, so your feed is cleaner and you're getting better sources of content. But what about the habit itself? You know what we can do? Let's build friction to the habit itself. Strategy 3, add friction towards your screen time. If social media is just one tap away, of course you'll be overusing it. So what I did and what you can do is make it harder to access. For example, moving social media apps off your home screen, logging out after every use, turning my phone to grayscale mode, which makes it absolutely boring, installing apps like OneSec, for example, which make you more aware and conscious as to why you're doom scrolling. Research says that even tiny barriers can stop impulsive behaviors. And let's not forget about my boy James Clear, that says in order to reduce a bad habit, you need to reduce the cue or the trigger and make it less accessible. Your next step is to comment down with one friction step that you'll be implementing for yourself. Now let's stop reacting and let's set some rules for ourselves. Strategy 4, set clear usage boundaries. If you've seen the movie The Purge, and if you haven't, essentially they have one day in a year where no laws apply. They can do whatever they want. And what that meant was Because there were no rules, because there were no laws, there were no limits as to what they could do. So that means no rules equals no limits. So therefore we have to create some rules for ourselves. So what I did was I created a few game-changing boundaries. No social media before 12 p.m, having time limits, so roughly 20 minutes max per application. No phone in bed, at meals, or during deep work. Bro, the results, I read more, I slept better, I created more. So what you can do is you can try this. Use built-in time screen applications and post your boundaries in the free school community. First link in the description will help you keep you accountable. Last but not least, strategy 5, become a creator, not a consumer. Passive scrolling, right? That means a passive life. But when you post something that matters, you take the power back. So for example, posting your thoughts, sharing what you've learned, documenting your journey. So essentially doing exactly what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the moment that you decide you don't want to be the consumer anymore, you are no longer the product, you are the producer. This channel, my content, it started from this exact mindset shift. I didn't want to be in the consumption side anymore. I wanted to be in the producer side, bro. I wanted to be the people making money and all this good stuff, man. So even if you don't want to be a full-time content creator, show up with intention. Don't get me wrong, social media is not evil, and this video wasn't an anti-social media video, but unchecked, it will eat your time, it will eat your energy, and it will eat your confidence alive. You don't need to delete it, you need to reclaim it. So here is your next move. Try a 24-hour dopamine reset, curate your feed, add friction, set boundaries, and post something intentional this week. Also, drop a comment below. I run my socials. The socials don't run me. And remember, your attention and your time is your greatest asset. So spend it like your future depends on it, because it does. First link in the description for the free school community. And remember, your decisions today will define your tomorrow.